See, my trout's coming back. There it goes. Bastard. Yeah, this one's got some weight to it. Oh, goldfish, yeah. Oh, that looks like a thicker one.
The biggest thing when you're trying to throw these real small baits and real light baits is the fishing line.
This is a decent one. Come on, doubles. I got bumped. There, I got him. Doubles and a jumper. There we go. First one of the morning. Oh yeah, nice fish. Real nice fish. There we go. There we go. Real good looking fish. There we go. And he barely picked it up. It was barely in his mouth. There we go. There you go. Little fish. Doubles for show. Yeah, they moved out a little deeper, I think. Yep. Creamsicle again? Nice. Must be bright. Well, she might have a good one. She's still fighting hers. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Oh, it looks like a pretty good one. May not be her PB, but it looks pretty good. Oh, don't fall in. Yeah, I want to go too.
An eternity later.
6, 5 and a half.
It is a PB.
Yep. What is it?
5.02. What was this?
Oh, okay.
All right, ladies and gents, going to take a quick break from the action to show you exactly how I'm getting on those fish and all the equipment that I'm using. As always, I'll start with the rods and reels. This here is a 7'6" ultralight spinning rod, this katana rod. It's got a very soft tip, but a stiff backbone, so we call it a moderate fast action rod. And it's specifically designed to be throwing these real light baits like mini jigs or the ball head minnows. But you can also use it for other purposes as well. But this is essentially what it's been designed for. For a reel on here, I have a Shimano Vanquish 1000 SSS PG. This is a Japanese version of a reel. Very, very nice reel. It's hand assembled in Japan. You have to get it actually overseas. And it pairs very nicely with this rod, mainly because of the weight and the retrieve speed and all those things. But this combo is very expensive and very specialized. If you want to throw these small baits, you can absolutely do that with any ultralight setup. Typically, you're going to want a rod that's at least 7 feet long or up to 8 feet. And you're gonna want a 500 to 1000 series spinning reel, and then some very light line, like 2 pound or 4 pound mono or fluorocarbon. On mine, I have spooled some braid. It's Sinister Strand premium fiber braid in 4 pound. And then I run that up to a liter of Sinister Strand fluorocarbon in 4 pound. And I attach them both with a double uni knot. The biggest thing when you're trying to throw these real small baits and real light baits is the fishing line. And the fishing line, if it binds a little bit when you cast, you're not going to get a very good cast. So if you drop down to, like I say, a 2 pound mono or even a 4 pound fluorocarbon, you can at least, with the 1/16 ounce size baits, you can probably get some decent casts, and you don't have to invest in all this real fancy gear right off the bat and can still get out there and get fishing. All right, now let's go to the bench and I'll show you the baits I'm using out there and how I'm rigging it up. All right, guys, here are some examples of the Golden State Fishing custom baits that I use typically to get on those trout. Over here we have the tube jig type baits, and over here we have the minnows and worm type baits. And above we have the corresponding weights that go with each type of bait. Now in the next segment, I'll show you exactly how to rig these up and explain which of these weights is best for which kind of conditions you're going to run into out there in the field. All right, guys, we'll start with the tube jig weights, and they come in 3 sizes, and these are the 3 sizes I will typically use. We have the biggest first is the 1/16 ounce, then it goes down to a 1/32 ounce, and then down to a 1/64 ounce. Now, you'll use all of these different weight configurations in different conditions. Like, for instance, when you're around deeper water or windy conditions, you're gonna wanna use the 1/16 ounce because it'll give the jig more time to fall in the water column, and you can go very, very slow without it getting grounded in the mud or the rock of the bottom. The 1/32 ounce is the most commonly used, especially out here in Southern California, because most of our lakes during trout season are very shallow. And this allows you, the 32nd is heavy enough that you can still get a decent cast with it. And when you retrieve it, you can still go slow enough to keep it out of the bottom and getting hung up to present it to more fish. The 1/16, if you're in shallow water, can work, but you have to obviously go much faster on your reel retrieve, and that will only work if the trout are really aggressive that day. Typically, they're going to want the slow retrieve, so we go with the 1/32. Now, this real tiny one, the 1/64, is kind of a specialty weight. I use that for like fishing under a weighted bobber, fishing rivers or creeks that aren't super deep. Or if, say, I was at a lake and I had the wind at my back and the trout wanted a really, really slow retrieve, I would throw one of these on and work them back that way. Now I'll show you how you rig these weights into these tube jigs, and it's really simple. We'll just pick a 32nd ounce, and there's 2 ways to do it. The first way and most common way is to go in through the skirt side. So we want to put this part of the eye of the hook right in the center of the skirt here and carefully slide it into the tube without tearing it, and then pop it right through the top, and it looks just like that, ready to fish. Now, there's a second way to do it, which is called speed loading. And what speed loading does is it allows you to change your jigs while having your lead still tied to the line, because if the line's on there, you won't have to cut it using this method. So to put them on, this jig already has a hole in it, but we want to start a hole with the hook at the top of the jig. So, but we don't want to go directly in the top, because where our hole is, that's where we want the eye of our hook to pop out, right? So we go in where the hole is, or start our own hole. And once the hook's in, you carefully guide it down so you don't re-puncture the tube, and you get it sticking out of the skirt down there. And then you just carefully push the weight in, and it comes out looking just the same. Now, to switch out the jig color while it's still tied to the line is super easy. Just pull this cap back and expose that lead right there, and then you just carefully slide the tube jig down so you can get that lead out, and it pops out right like this, and your jig is still in really good shape and can be used again. And then if you want to reinstall it, you reinstall it. And that's all there is to it. All right, now how are we getting on them trout? And what we have is it's summertime up in the Eastern Sierra, so it is warmer. So that means the trout, you can get at them usually early in the morning if you're on the shore. But as the day wears on and it gets a little bit warmer, those trout are going to move out a little bit deeper. So if you're out in a float tube or a small boat, a rental boat, something like that, and you don't have any fish finders or any idea what the structure is underwater at that lake, you don't have a lot of experience at the lake basically, and you want to try and find the fish, a good way to do it, or what I usually do is, especially in the float tube, is I'll just do a slow kick out to some spots where I think there might be some fish. And while I'm kicking, I cast out my rod, usually with about a 1/16 ounce a ball head minnow or a super tube or a mini jig. And basically just slowly kick, and I just kind of raise and lower my rod tip slightly. And that just gets that bait to kind of pop up and then slowly fall in the water. Pop up and slowly fall. And I'll just cruise around real slow doing that. Kind of, it's very similar to rip trolling like I do for the browns sometimes, but that's in a boat or the kayak, and just wait till I get bit. And as you can see right here, I'm doing it, and I do end up picking one up that way. And then what I do is I'll stay in that area and make a few casts and see if I get bit again. And if I do, that's usually a good indicator there might be more than one fish in the area. Because sometimes when you're kicking around or doing a troll in a boat, you'll get a fish, but lots of times it's a lone fish. So what I like to do is, like say if I'm trolling in a boat, is I'll re-rig once I get the fish off and do a circle and go right back to that area and see if I get bit again. And sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. If you do, might be fish in the area, so it's worth hanging out a bit. So did that, ended up locating some on the north side of the lake. There's a second intake way on the, I guess it'd be the northwest end of the lake, kind of in that area, but they're out pretty deep. I estimate we're probably in about 30 to 40 feet of water, and I'm guessing the fish are holding in about 10 or 15 feet of water, and kind of just holding that plane. Because what I'm doing is I'm just casting out a 1/16 ounce mini jig or a super tube. I don't think I used any minnows this day, but you fish them just the same, so it doesn't really matter much. But and just starting a real slow retrieve. And you might have heard us mention that a few times, how slow we were going. And a lot of times you're just letting it fall in the water column and just letting the thing drop, and they're picking it up that way. They wanted it really slow. And more than likely, it's just because it's a little bit warm. It's probably low 80s out there. Water temp is getting up close to 60 degrees. So it's nothing that's going to harm the fish, but it's a much warmer than they like it, let's say. So they aren't being super aggressive. So we go real slow. Sometimes we feel a good bite. Most of the time we're not. You just feel something a little bit different on the end of the line. Give it a quarter hook set, and we're hooking up the fish. And really, it's simple as that. And the bite would slow down, so we'd move, see if we can find some more, see if we get a biter. Using that same technique, just kicking real slow and raising and lowering the rod tip. And if we got a biter, we'll stay in the area and fish it, and then we'll kind of move back and try different spots. And that's basically how we're picking the fish up. It was never a one spot, wide open kind of bite. It was one where we'd get a couple, and then we'd move. And if you can see in the video, we're always kind of in different spots, because we'll catch one or two in one area, then the bite would die. So we'd move a little bit, catch one or two, bite would die, and so on. And that's really all you got to do, and that's all there is to it. So let's get back to the video. And we ended up getting into a really good bite on the second half and caught a mess of fish. So check this out.
Oh, popped off.
Oh, that's all right. It's part of combat.
Yep.
I just got bumped.
Ooh, okay.
Maybe we'll have doubles losses. There we go. getting on a roll now. There we go. Better looking fish. Excels. Oh, damn it, yes. Yeah, they want it beyond slow. They want it just like floating there. There we go. Yeah, this poor fish has no tail. Uh-oh. Come on, doubles. I got bumped. There, I got him. Doubles and a jumper. Oh, I got him right in the side of the face. That's why. Gold pearl and brown mini super tube. That splash didn't sound as big. That's 2 more fish than I've caught. Oh, there. No, I'm on. Doubles. All right, back on. See, I could say that the curse is officially over because we got doubles. There we go. On that goldfish. Oh, skilled release. There we go. Hell yeah. Just can't beat the Carolina rig. There you go. Stop it. There you go. Creamsicle again. Oh, goldfish, yeah. Oh, that looks like a thicker one. He's chunky. That's more what the average should be.
All right, ladies and gents, there you have it. Great times at Big V. Love fishing that lake. It's a gorgeous lake, and it's a real fun lake to float to. You know, I have the kayaks and all that, but I really, that's one of those lakes I usually prefer to tube it, just because I really do enjoy float tubing. I mean, it can be a drag kicking, especially in the wind, and the kayaks are much nicer in that aspect, but there is something to be said about just kicking around in the tube and catching fish. I have an absolute blast doing it. But anytime you're out at a lake like that up in the Eastern Sierra, this time of year where it's getting warm, the fish are going to move away from shore as the day goes on. They will come back in later in the afternoon if you're relegated to the shore. Just don't plan on fishing around lunchtime at the heat of the day. It's going to be a lot tougher to get the fish, but you can get them early in the morning and you can get them late in the afternoon as the sun's getting ready to go down. They definitely come back into feed. So definitely concentrate on that. But if you're on a boat, float tube, kayak, what have you, don't have any equipment, fish finders or anything, just get out there and kick around and start making some casts. Try to look for any kind of structure you can see with your eyeballs, you know, like if you see a drop off, you know, or you can see the bottom, all of a sudden it gets dark. That's a good indication of a drop off. Usually they're hanging out there. Go check out your intakes where there's some cold water coming in. It's like air conditioning to them, and they'll be in that area. So the name of the game is make lots of casts, move around, and go very, very slow. Remember, these guys are kind of warm, they're uncomfortable, and they don't want to move a lot. So you got to really serve it up to them. And if you can do all of those things, or at least try to do all those things, you should get into some fish. If there's some willing to bite, you should be able to find them and have a real good day. And as usual, if you want any of the products I use on this channel, there's a QR code right up here. If you want to check out the Golden State Fishing custom baits, the Katana rods, the Waterland sunglasses, or any of the other products I use on this channel, just click on this QR code and it'll take you to a link tree, which has hyperlinks and discount codes to all the places that have products that I use. And you can get discounts up to 15% off. So definitely go check them out. They have outstanding products, or I wouldn't use them, or certainly wouldn't put them on the channel for you guys to look at. So go give them a look. And something additional, if you're up in the Sierras watching this Eastern Sierra video, you can get your Golden State products at all of these stores now up there. They're all over the place. You got like Max and Bishop, Ernie's and the Loop, Rick's and Mammoth. I think Lundy Lake Marina has them now, like even Ken's Sporting Goods up in Bridgeport. They're all over the place. So if you happen to be watching the video up in the Sierra and struggling a bit, trying to figure out the bite, you can get yourself some GSF products at several locations up there. Pretty much from north to south, got most of the Sierra covered now. So definitely go to those stores and check it out, and get you some GSF baits and get on them trout. Big shout out to Kim and Viana, the girls I was fishing with out there on the tubes. Kimberly has a channel, Kimberly May, on YouTube. She does a really, really good job. One thing that's very interesting is she fishes the mini jigs on BFS gear, which is basically like a bass rod and reel. But it's ultralight and it's really cool. I'm really interested in it. I want to try it out myself because I think you can get a real precise presentation the way those BFS reels are set up. A little bit different than the spinning reels. So it might be an interesting alternative. If the fish are biting a certain way, you want to give a jig a different presentation. BFS setup might be the ticket. So definitely go check her channel out. Put a link in this video's description so you can do that. And she's great people, and I had an absolute blast fishing with both of them. If you ever have any questions or comments, please leave them here. It really helps out the channel. If you like what we're doing here, please give us a like and a subscribe. That also helps. Doesn't cost you a dang thing, but it really helps the channel out, and helps me know I'm on the right track putting out content that you guys actually want to see. If you have any other further questions, you can contact me on my Instagram at Spanker Outdoors. I always do my best to get back to you in a timely manner. And coming up, a lot more of the same. I'm going to be heading out to Big Bear this week, do a little shore fishing, probably some slip bobber fishing, see how that's going, especially with it heating up. I think it might be time to get the old slip bobbers out and give that a try. A little bit more at Green Valley. I think they are having a tournament this weekend. I obviously didn't make it out there, but they should have got some good fish for that. So I'll head over there, and I think I'm going to do some bait and weight fishing. And see how that goes, because that's always a good time. And then heading up north, up towards Oregon, Washington area, we're gonna do some fishing up there in a couple weeks, and a little bit more of the Sierras. I'm gonna try and sneak back up, maybe actually to Big Virginia again, or even Tioga, some of the higher elevation lakes, and see what's doing up there in the tube. So look for those videos coming. And before you know it, it's going to be SoCal trout season again. Really, we're getting down to it's a matter of weeks, not months. So getting excited, and we'll start having a lot more fishing content on the channel, especially local stuff. So definitely look forward to that, and hope to see you guys out there and tie lines.